Hi everyone. I'm in Long Acres to do some shopping, and I remember as in the early days that I started gardening, shopping for plants was one of the things I used to be worried about, not knowing what I should choose. How would I know what the plants would look like? And I remember I shied away from going to coming to a place like Garden Center and I prefer to go to B&Q because I thought, oh, there was not so much crowd or there was not a lot of as many plants as I have as they have in Longacre. So I gradually eased myself into that. So if you're somebody that is a bit worried about, then this video is for you because I'm going to be taking you through some of the things that you need to look out for when you come shopping. So let's go. So I'm in the center now, in the garden center, and I think one of the things that is useful to know is that the garden center is just like any other shop that you go, where if you go into a shop and you need something and you're not sure of it, you can always ask the assistants there or the people that work in there, and they have everything nicely laid out and labeled that you are able to look at it and make comparison. So one suggestion I may want to have for you is, because I'm talking from experience now, having done this for about 3 or 4 years, that maybe to just come along and have a look without any intention of buying things and get yourself used to the way the plants are laid out, labeled, and all the information, and just get familiar with it. Because I imagine if you're taking up gardening, it's going to be on a long haul. It's not something you just do for a season and leave it. So that's my first tip for you. So as I said, in this you have bedding plants, and they are all there, with the labels, the prices, the quantities. And one of the things I like about garden center here is that they would show you, they will give you the opportunity to buy in bulk. So if you want to buy this viola, a box set of it, for instance, this one, it's got 6 on it, you can get that. And if you want to buy it as a big container, see, you can also do that. So that option is available, just like you would have when you're buying any other thing. And they also show you different ways in which you can use the plant. So here we have some box bedding plants. In this one, it says it's a pack of 20. And this will be a good starter for somebody that knows that, oh, they're going to put maybe make a bed with this pansy. So by the time you get 2 boxes of this, you should have enough for your bed, or depending on whether you have a longer bed or smaller. And they also have them in smaller sizes. I'll show you. So we've got some here below that rack. There you go. These are smaller size because this one is a pack, or the one I showed you before is a pack of 20, which is this one, pack of 20. And those ones, I think it will be half of it, and it's mixed. So they give you the option, and so you just simply need to take your time in looking and making. These are bigger pots of pansy, and of course somebody that is very comfortable with what they're doing, they know exactly what they're doing, they can just come here and pick up this. But for somebody that's not used to that, of course you can always ask. So individual pots, $2.99. Another thing you will find in garden center is that they tend to group things together, just like any other supermarket. So I'm in the section here now because we're getting towards Christmas and people like to have things like this. So they are on display. And if you look on the top shelf, there you've got things, plants that you can use to make up a pot or a basket. And for instance, you can use this anonymous, and this another type of anonymous, the white square, and heathers, this heather. And you also have this cyclamen that people can put together to make a container. And sometimes people may want to put some grasses in their container. And not too far from here, there is a display showing, which the garden center have made, showing people how they can put this together and what it would look like. So I'm going to be showing you that in a minute. So in the adjacent aisles I just came from, this is now a display where you have a combination of some of the plants that you have on that aisle. So they're showing you that if you can, very close to it, you can put this together and form a container, beautiful container. So don't forget, they are trying to sell. So they will be giving you as much help as possible. So there's nothing to be really worried about. So just be calm and look around. I like this one. and I'm going to show you another. So looking at this display, you can see the way they are arranged. Even you would think that, oh, I can put all these different plants together to form a container, and that's one of the ways in which they're supporting you to make your choice. In addition to looking around, it's also good for you to take your time to read the labels. So for instance, on the labels, they will tell you about the plant, the growing condition, and how best it works. We're just going to zoom in on that. So this one says it's to water, how often you need to water, and whether it can withstand frost. And in addition to that, they also would show you what it would look like. Most plant label would tell you the height it can get to in certain, maybe how long it will take to get there. And this one is telling us about pruning. But the other thing I found here is that they also show you visually what it would look like. So we have a little bit more mature plant here, and right next to it you have the plant that is not as big. So it gives you a visual effect of what it will look like maybe some years time if you choose to plant this. And I think that is not too. Another thing that can, maybe make you uncertain is thinking about the cost. But of course, like I said earlier, that you're picking up gardening because you're going to be doing it for a very long time. So you would learn to exercise some patience. So when it comes to the cost, there would always be sections where you have little plants that you can grow. For instance, here this Euchera is $1.99, and you will see them in bigger pots as well, where they will cost around maybe £4, £5. And this is the case for all the plants that you would come across in garden center, even if it's not all, most of the time. And don't forget, you will be coming from time to time to pick up plants. So in this section, I've got a range of plants that you can see they're all $1.99, and so you can buy quite a bit and start growing them in your garden by yourself. There you go. These are all perennials. That's the other thing again. The label, they group the plants according to the type of plants they are. So the ones we're looking at here are all. We're looking at some more. Again, these are all $1.99 tubs, small, and gives you the opportunity to grow them from very little. I just brought a pot of Helleborus that is $1.99 and brought it close to stand next to one that is $4.99. You can see the difference in size and the maturity of them. And on the bottom shelf, we have more matured Helleborus. Of course, they cost more. These ones are $19.99. This is just to buttress the fact that they actually put things on display for you to be able to help you in making your choices and make up your mind with regards to what you want. Here is a wonderful display of how to put plants together. I wish I have space for things like this. Another beautiful thing about garden centers is that it gives you such wide variety and options of things to choose from. So at the moment, I'm in the section for heathers, and as you can see, there's so many different types of heathers, and they tell you information. So one thing is not to forget to check the labels, because the labels will tell you. So this is a summer flowering one. It tells you the height, the spread, the location, what it likes, full sun or light shade, and planting conditions. So don't sleep on that. Make sure you're checking that, because every plant would have a plant passport that will guide you in regards to what you want. So in this section, you have some clematis, like clematis, and a wide range of them to choose from. This one says plant for purpose. So we have on display plants that are pollinators, that would attract pollinators, all grouped together. And on this other side, we have evergreens. There you go, evergreens. And you can make your choice depending on what you like. Maybe purpose or just depending on what you like. And we know in this section, because they are all evergreens, so you have a wide variety. Here we've got some grasses and eunomous. We have some edging plants as well, and some plants with colored leaves. There's another grass there. So basically what I'm just trying to show you is the fact that you get a lot of help, so nothing to worry about. So I'm in the section where you have trees, and look, they even said that our trees are arranged A to Z by Latin names, so that's some help. So if you know the name of what you want or the characteristic of it, you will get a lot of help. And yeah, it just goes on and on, all the different trees that you may, or at least that they have on offer. Well, I'm now approaching the area that I used to love to visit so much, because here you have plants for shade, and because my garden has so much shade, so I was always looking forward to coming here to pick up plants that would be ideal for my garden. Ferns are shade loving, obviously. We've got them in this section, and you can see a wide variety of them that they have here. Having them all together straight away can help you to see the differences between them, and this can help you to make up your mind in regards to which one you want, and maybe for matching up purposes in a particular area or section of your garden. Another thing that I noticed they do at this center is the fact that by grouping plants together, it also gives you an idea of the relative size of the plants, so which would be useful when you're making decisions as well. So we see an example here of this. I've got these berries. I'm going to check. I think they are the dwarf ones. Let's see, flaming silver. I'm sorry, I don't have my glasses on, so I can't really say, but it's looking like the dwarf ones. So they're in this location, and they're trying to say that if you have this plant, in the background of it, relative to the size of the berries, you can decide maybe the location you're going to plant them. Now, talking about combination and display, I have this exact combination in my garden in front of my garden shed, where I have this eunomous, and I think three types of eunomous: the green square, the white one, and also this other one that you got there. And I've combined them with fern and grasses in that area, and that is what they're showing here with the display. So if you have in mind that you're looking for, maybe you're thinking you can do this kind of combination, they're making this display so you can see what it will look like and encourage you to buy them together. I have all of this eunomous in my garden, and having a display like this is just proving that, for instance, the ones at the back, they grow erect and tall, and they're good for edging plants, whereas the ones in front are mostly good for covering the ground, so they act as ground cover. And that's the way I have used them in my garden as well. So this is how they're displaying things to help you see how the plants can be used in your garden, or if you're doing a landscape maybe somewhere. Every shop does have sale, and this is a clearance section, and so don't pass up on that, because it's good to have a look. You may just see something that will be good value, because sometimes you can consider that some plants are quite expensive, and so watch out for clearance. Just showing quickly other sections. So you have the edging plants and different types of them, again put in display to help you make those choices. And I think we have here conifers in this section. they're not things I really do because I don't have space for conifers. They're beautiful, but you need space. And here we still have some of the conifers. I think what they're trying to show here is the layers. So you've got top layer, middle layer, and then you've got ground covers, which are the vinkers here. So telling you how you can use this combination. So I hope that has been useful. If so, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and hope to see you next time. Bye.